Good morning, students. Myself Hemanta Kumar Mahanta, instructor ITI Dhenkanal, electrician. Today I am going to demonstrate regarding exercise number 151. Exercise number 151, and the name of the exercise is identify parts and terminals of alternator. So the aim of the experiment is to identify the parts and the terminals of alternator. So we need these basic tools and equipment. First of all, we need the spanner set, that is a specified 5 mm to 25 mm. One number, one set. Then second tools, ball pin hammer 1 kg, one number, and cold chisel 19 mm dia 200 mm lump, one number. Screwdriver 300 mm with 6 mm blade, one number. So students, these four tools are used to dismantle the complete alternator to identify the parts inside the alternator, means the internal parts of the alternator. So these tools are required to dismantle the alternator, and these two are, this is a alternator. We need a alternator to identify the parts and terminals, and last one is here ohm meter, that is we have to take multi-range ohm meter to identify the parts, and how we identify I will show. This is your sketch. Through this sketch we can find out the terminals. There are 4 number of terminals. We can write it as 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6. Because we did not know what are they, so we have to write 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6. There are 3 terminals. Here, this is the internal connection diagram. There are in armature 3 set of winding, that is known as U, V, W, means these are 3 phase, and another field winding, that is field, you also write it F1 or F2. So it has 6 terminals, 4 terminals from the armature, that is 3 terminals are phase, and 1 neutral from the star connected point, and 2 terminals for field winding. So completely 6 terminals we find on the alternator's terminal box. First of all, we have to find the terminals, which terminals are armature and which terminals are field. Then we have to take a ohm meter to identify what is the resistance between the terminals, and which terminals are showing continuity. Prod 1 of the ohm meter to touch with a 1 terminal, and another prod of the ohm meter touch with any terminal of the alternator, and we have to record the reading in the resistance value. So we touch or we measure the resistance between terminal 1 and 2. We have to write what resistance it is showing, and again the prod number 2, second prod number 2, that this prod to be touched with the next terminal, that is number 3, and then we have to write the reading This process will be continue up to 6 terminal. Again we repeat it, repeating the procedure, that is the prod 1 touch with number 2 terminals and again continue with other terminals. So in this process we find out the resistance between the terminals of the alternator, and also we identify which terminals are armature terminals and which are field terminals, so that we can give a DC supply to the field winding and obtain 3-phase supply from the terminal of a armature. The resistance value of the field winding gives a too much high resistance than armature winding. So this resistance value indicates which terminals are field winding and which are armature winding. And also you find out the 4 terminals are continuity, 4 terminals gives continuity and other 2 are not continuity with the 4 groups. It is also shown that the 4 terminals are armature terminals and others 2 are field winding. And if you measure the resistance between that node point to the last terminal of the winding, if you measure the resistance between star node point and the terminal of any 3 winding, that gives a less resistance than the resistance between from that terminal and to that terminal. So in this process you can also find out which terminal is your neutral, and also you can measure the voltage by running the alternator through any prime mover. Let's go to a practical view from the workshop. This type of machine you also seen in your locality, which is used to take an electricity to your any marriage party or any kind of functions. This is the machine of a diesel generator. It is also called as a diesel generator in local area. This is a diesel engine which gives the mechanical power to the alternator. This is an alternator. This alternator is the machine which gives us electricity for any kind of purpose. You see, this is the nameplate of the machine. This nameplate details given. This nameplate provides us the specification of the machine, the rating of the machine, the voltage of the machine, output voltage. This terminal. Let's go to identify the terminals of its and also identify the different parts of the machine. This is the terminal box of the machine, from where we taken the power, taken the electric current. So let's go to see how we identify the terminals of the alternator. This alternator coupled with a motor, so this is called as motor generator set, and it gives us alternating current AC. These are the various terminals of the alternator, and we have to open the alternator, open the terminals of the alternator from the panel to identify the terminals, which one is your line or which one is your field. These are the terminals. 6 terminals you have found on the alternator. To identify the terminals of the alternator, you have to take a multimeter or ohm meter through which we can measure the resistance of the field and also resistance of the armature, so that we can identify which terminal for armature and which terminal for field. So here we measure the resistance. You can see, if we touch any one of the terminal and touch another terminal, it shows the resistance value. It shows the resistance value, means that these terminals are one kind, and again I touch the terminal to other terminal of the alternator, it also shows the resistance, something resistance, and again I touch the other terminal, it also gives some resistance, and again I touch another, but this terminal, in this terminal no indication of the meter, means this terminal is a field terminal. This terminal is a field terminal, so it not connected internally through the field, and these 3 and 4 terminals, these 4 terminals are armature. These 4 terminals are armature. Here from where we take the alternating power, these 4 terminals are armature, and again we put another, that is the field terminal, which we already identified and measure the resistance. It gives us very high resistance, that is about 165 ohm, means that we compare the resistance between the terminal. This gives more resistance and this terminal gives less resistance. Which terminal give less resistance? That terminal are armature. These are the armature terminal. You see the resistance 6.8 ohm and 6.8 ohm. It also gives 6 ohm. So, and we also measure the last one, that is 4.1. This this set gives very low resistance. So we can identify that this terminal is the neutral terminal. Neutral terminal means armature connected in star. So the star point gives very low resistance. So this is the star point, and it also colored black, and other are red, yellow, blue. This is the armature terminal, and these two are field terminal. We give DC supply to the field and we take out AC supply from these 3 terminals.
we take out three phase AC alternating current, three phase alternating current and neutral, that is called as three phase 4-wire AC supply. Let's go to open the outer cover of the alternator to see the internal parts of the alternator. Now we open the cover. When you opening the cover, use the appropriate tools so that the screw, nut, bolts cannot damaged. These are the open. And you see the internal parts of the alternator. You can see this is the cooling fan of the alternator, which blow the circulating air inside the alternator for cooling. So it is called as cooling fan. And in other side we see carbon brass and slip rings. Some carbon brass and slip rings are there. You can see there. You can see this is the inside view of the alternator. Here you can see a set of slip ring are there. Here 4 number of slip ring for 4 terminals, that is a 3 phase and 1 neutral, and also carbon brass are placed on the stored. This is the stored for mounting of the carbon brass holder, and these are the carbon brass placed over the slip ring. Here 2 number of carbon brass, and on the other side there also 2 number of carbon brass to take out the alternating current from the slip ring, and that slip ring are connected with armature. This is the armature. You can see in the inside. This is armature and carbon brass placed over the slip ring. This is the internal view of alternator, and that 4 carbon brass are taken out to the terminal. Here also 4 field poles. You can try to see the poles at the bottom of the armature. This is the pole, field pole. These 4 field poles are connected in series and taken out 2 terminals. This is the field pole of the alternator. Here you can see the pole. These are the pole inside the alternator. Every pole are connected in series. Here this is also an alternator coupled with a DC motor. That motor provides the mechanical power to the alternator, and now we are going to open the cover of the alternator. Now I am going to open the cover of the alternator. That bolt are already open through spanner set. Now you see the internal view of the alternator. This is called as a AVR, automatic voltage regulator, and here no 6 terminals, only 4 terminals are taken out. These are the 4 terminals taken out from the alternator. These are 3 phase. These terminals are 3 phase, and last one black is the neutral. We can take in the power of 3 phase 4 wire, and it's a field excited. Field can be excited from its own supply, AC supply. When the alternator is overloaded, when the alternator is loaded very high, then the current also increase and reduce the terminal voltage. This AVR is used to increase the excitation so that the terminal voltage can be kept constant. This is a AVR, and you can see here you can see there only 2 slip rings which are used to give the DC supply to the field. In this alternator, the field are rotating and the armature is stationary. You can see the field are rotating. These are the field, and field are rotating, and the armature, the outer is the armature is stationary. So this rotating field takes supply from the slip ring through carbon brush, and only 2 carbon brush are required for that purpose. You see only 2 carbon brush are there. The outer is the outer winding. The outer winding is the armature. This is a stationary armature, and rotating type field. You see the rotating type field inside. The field is rotating.